I am not a kid person. It's just not in me. I think as a woman, it's either in you or it isn't. You either have that maternal feeling or you don't. And I've never had that feeling. Hey guys, I'm Jesy Nelson and this is my Glamour Unfiltered interview. 2 years ago, I told Glamour that I was in a place where I never thought I'd be happy again. And now I'm sitting here and I can genuinely say, hand on my heart, that I am the happiest that I've ever been in a long time. And I think the main reason for that is because I've taken control over my life and I've looked after myself. I think we don't look after ourselves enough in life. Like, some people think it's selfish to, look after yourself and take control of your life. I think it's so important to do that because, as cheesy as it sounds, you only live once. I think the girls knew that I was struggling for a long time, like it wasn't a secret. I'd been quite open with how I'd been feeling over the last few years, and it was kind of, towards last year that it got really, really bad for me. And I just think, they just knew that it was just time for me to take a minute to just deal with what I was going through and just focus on myself and look after myself. And it's always going to feel weird for me, not speaking to the girls, because obviously, we were in a band together for 10 years. Like I said, we were like sisters. They're like my right arm. And so to have that 24/7 in my life, to then just have them not there at all, is a very, very weird, strange feeling. But it's just one of them things. Things happen in life, but I still love them to pieces, and they've got their little babies now and they're starting their own families, and it's a really exciting time for them all individually. So it's just one of them things I think is going to take time. I would say I'm a solid 10. Don't get me wrong, I'll have days when I might wake up and something shit's happened and I might be a 9. But genuinely, I would say I'm a solid 10. I personally think that me being a solo artist is better for my mental health because I am not being compared to my bandmates every single day. I feel like until you've experienced the trauma that I've experienced, with people 24/7, slating how you look physically, it puts you in a place where you lose all confidence. And so to then have to do video shoots and be around 3 beautiful girls who are half the size of you and constantly compare yourself to them whilst having the whole world also compare you, it was a lot to take on. So when I'd come to music videos, when I'd come to photo shoots, I would constantly compare myself. I'd be like, oh God, I don't look as skinny as them, or I don't look as pretty as them, or I don't look how I should look in this outfit, how they do. And it was a lot of pressure that I put on myself for 10 years. And now I don't have that. I'm just me, and I'm being able to be myself for the first time ever. And it feels very liberating, and I feel like a massive weight has been lifted off my shoulders. There's only one me, and I think when we start to realise our own power, and when we start to realise God, there's one me in the world, there's no other me, that's amazing. There's no one in the world like you. And if we all realised that, I think we'd all be really bloody confident. 10 years ago, I despised myself. I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror. My confidence was the lowest it could ever be. I've never walked in a studio and been genuinely excited to try on the clothes, which is how a girl should feel when they walk into a studio and have a rack of clothes in front of them and be like, oh, because that's every girl's dream, to be able to try on different clothes and wear whatever they want. But for me, it was panic and anxiety, just 24/7. And I remember one of my first experiences of a photo shoot of being in Little Mix. I think the stylist had got the wrong size, and it was a size 8, and I'm a size 12. And so I remember putting on the clothes and they didn't fit me, and I remember thinking, oh my God, I'm so fat, I can't fit into the clothes. And I wasn't aware that it was because she'd got the wrong size. So walking into a studio now, genuinely, I feel excited. I feel excited to see what clothes are on the rail, because I know that they're clothes that I want to wear, the clothes that I feel comfortable in. They're just me all over. I did a video shoot the other day and I wore a crop top. I would never wear a crop top in a video ever. And I had a few little rolls when I was moving, but I didn't care. I didn't look at it and think, oh my God, no, I don't. Before, I would have been like, someone give me a t-shirt, I don't want to wear a belly top. I just didn't care. And I think that's because I've just genuinely learned to accept my body and just, you know what I mean? There's only one me. 1,000,000% I was using makeup and hair to like mask who I genuinely was, because obviously when I was on X Factor, I got ridiculed, I got slated for like my face and my weight and how I looked. And so I did everything I could to not be that girl that was on X Factor. I tried to go on ridiculous diets to lose weight. I changed my hair all the time. I got lip fillers. I did everything I could to be what I thought the public wanted me to look like. And then I realized slowly, and like when I was changing, which is really sad, like when I did lose weight and when my appearance did start to change, that's when people started to accept me. And I was like, wow, this is really sad. For like the majority of my time in Little Mix, I just used to wear corsets all the time, and I'd make my stylist put me in the most ridiculous things to make myself skinnier, because I just so badly wanted to look like Jade, Perry and Leanne. I just wanted to be as tiny as them, so I'd make them put me in these corsets, and for half the time of me working, I just couldn't breathe, and I genuinely have like bruises because I'd been pulled in so much from this corset. And now I literally live in tracksuits and trainers the majority of my time, and I just feel so much more comfortable and confident, and that's how I know that I'm getting there with my confidence, because I would never have done that like 2 years ago. I would say that I'm definitely not at that stage yet. I'd be if I was like, oh, I'd happily sit here with no makeup and no hair extensions, because for me, like, I'm still in a work in progress with my confidence. I'm definitely getting there, 1,000,000%. In 2013, I genuinely thought I am never ever going to feel happy again. Like, I just didn't. Every day I would wake up and I'd think, this is me now. Like, this is how I feel, and I can't change that. There is nothing I can do to pull myself out of this. And you honestly feel like you're never ever going to move past that, and that's what gets you into that state of thinking, well, why am I even here? Like, what is the point? But if you can push through that and push past it, like, you're stronger than you even know. Like, that's what I've realized about myself, that I feel like I'm gonna get upset, but like I can't actually believe how strong I am. And like, when I look back at like stuff that I never thought I'd get from, like, hell, like, I did that. Like, I push past that, and there's nothing I feel like I can't do now. Like, I got through that awful stage of my life. Like, there's nothing you could put in front of me now that I feel like I couldn't do, and I feel really proud of myself. No one has actually ever come up to me and said sorry for the things that they've said. But you know what? I just think, well, you're just a coward. And that just says to me who you are as a person. I just genuinely felt back then like everyone hated me. But now, like, when I genuinely think about it, no one who is genuinely happy in their life feels the need to go around being negative towards other people. Because when you're a happy person, you just ooze that energy. One thing that I personally feel works for me is just being around my friends and family as much as possible, and genuinely like taking the time to do the things that I love. Dancing as well is a big therapy for me. Me and my sister used to be so close when we were younger, like before I was on X Factor. And then when I got on X Factor, I feel like my mum and my sister felt like they lost me. And not long ago, literally, it was about 3 weeks ago, I was in Antigua, and my sister flew out there with me, and we spent the whole time together. And when she left, she really cried, and she went home to my mum and she said, it's honestly the best holiday I've had, because I felt like I had like my little sister back. My single is going to be out very soon, and I may sound like I'm blowing my own trumpet, but it's amazing, and I'm really proud of it. And I wrote it when I was going through a breakup. It's very honest. I feel like it's very ballsy. It's in your face. I feel like some people are going to hate it, or some people are going to love it. But you know what? I love that. I would rather it be a love-hate situation than it be in the middle and be like, yeah, it's all right. She feel like she could have pushed it a bit more. Yeah, I'm just so proud of it, and I'm so excited for the world to hear it. Someone said to me, do you think it's because of the way you was brought up? Like, obviously, my dad wasn't the best role model. I never had a dad around. He was always in and out of prison. So were my brothers. And I don't know if it's because of the way I've been brought up, or I don't know what it is, but like I've tried nice boys and it just, it doesn't work out. They just become my friends and I get really bored. I had a bad boy and I've bloody hated it. I thought that was what I wanted. I thought I wanted to be kept on my toes. And then when I had it, it was awful. And I thought, God, I'd love to just go back to someone who treats me like a princess now. So I think what I need now is like a mixture of both. And if I could find that, then I think I'd be on to a winner. I'm not gonna lie, I love love. I meet someone, if I like them, I instantly fall in love. And then about 6 months later, I realised it wasn't love, it was just infatuation. But this time, in my 30s, I just want to be all about me. I want to love me. There were so many times I was in relationships and I'd wake up and like, I'd have had an argument with my boyfriend the night before, and then it affects everything the next day when you go to work, and I'd be in the worst mood ever. Heartbreak is the worst thing you can go through, and right now, I ain't got time for that. I've been brought up by my mum, all by herself. She had 4 kids and she brought us all up on her own, and I've never really felt like, you know, I have to be married, I have to have kids, because I've seen my mum do it all on her own, and she's the best mum in the world. Like, she's Wonder Woman to me. I am not a kid person. Like, it's just not in me. I think as a woman, it's either in you or it isn't. You either have that maternal feeling or you don't, and I've never had that feeling. Like, I can appreciate that a baby is cute, but like, I don't get around babies and be like, oh, let me hold him or her. Like, that's just not in me. That's not me at all. Like, I've got a nephew and he's the cutest thing ever, but after 10 minutes, he drives me nuts. So yeah, there'll be no kids for me. It's the only thing I think I'm going to struggle with, finding a man that doesn't want kids. Maybe I'm going to have to find a man that's like, already has a kid, and I'll just be a stepmom. I would like to have a sellout tour, sellout Jesy Nelson tour. I would like to have had a successful album. I would like to have gone to the Met Gala. There's quite a few people that I would love to collaborate with, one of them being Doja Cat. I mean, I feel proud of myself now. Like, honestly, I feel so proud of myself, but I'd like to look back and think, bloody hell, you did well, girl. Like, you did it.